Nigeria Sunday Show on NTA Channel 10.
And now we're getting serious with some good interviews that we have today on the show. And my guest is somebody that will really throw more light on our topic today, which is the impact of 5G on the Nigerian economy. Of course, remember that when we heard about the 5G, a lot of controversies, a lot of people were saying a lot of things. And, well, we have somebody to really educate us. He is the marketing director of Xiaomi Nigeria. And Xiaomi, what they do is produce phones, you know. So his name is Mr. Somoye, Habeeb Somoye. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Tell us, the 5G. Remember that when it came up, lots of people were like saying that that there's this conspiracy theory. They said that could even associated with COVID and a lot of things. Can you educate us, please?
All right. Thank you very much. Very first one. It's my pleasure being here. I think the idea of 5G having an association with COVID-19 should not be what we'll be discussing here, because it's actually behind the basket, so it has no correlation. So the question here is economic growth and development and 5G. Let's look at it from the global sense of it and coming down to the Nigeria part of it now. When we talk about 5G, what do we mean by 5G? 5G simply means fifth generation technology. And it is of no doubt any longer that technology drives our way of life, drives the way we relate with people, drives the way we even communicate our day-to-day activities, doing businesses, banking, and all that today. So if that should be the case, then the wireless technology should not be out of what we do on our daily basis, so which defines the whole thing. Now, it is of no doubt any longer again that the global communication sector are now having a very serious transition from the fourth generation to the fifth,
4G.
Which is the 4G. A big transition from the fourth generation to the fifth generation. Look at what is happening in Canada. A huge investment on 5G as a result of the economic growth and development, what they've seen so far. Look at what the global research is saying that in the next some years now, 2035, that 5G will be enabling nothing less than 2.3 trillion GDP of the global economy. So what are we now talking about? So that this will also be enhancing nothing less than 22 million jobs. Now, this is... Is
it enhancing or creating?
Enhancing.
Okay.
Enhancing. When we mean enhancing, because 5G is... What 5G is doing in terms of, in technology sense now, is just bringing speed into our life. There's this popular saying that we say, speed is everything. And that is exactly what 5G is coming to do now.
Sorry, before you continue, there's this aspect. I remember when they were trying to introduce the 4G.
Yes.
They said that it's going to be quick download, a lot of things will be happening with your phones and the rest. But we discovered that it didn't really meet up to the expectation here in Nigeria. I don't know about other...
I think when you talk about here in Nigeria, that's the major limitations, and that's where we are driving at now. There's always what we call a band. So there's always a network band for every other gadget that we hold. So gone are those days that you have some devices, some phones, that the network will not be too good for a particular provider, network provider. I don't want to mention a name here now, so it doesn't look like an advert. So, but what we are talking about with 5G here, 5G has come to provide all of these solutions. One, to increase speed. Two, to enhance accessibility. If you want to grow as an economy, if you want to grow as a business of today, you must have a very easy accessibility. You must create a very easy accessibility to good and quality information on the move, on the go. And what gives you this is majorly with the help of 5G. Now, let's take a look at the lifestyle now. If you look at the lifestyle now, everything is going wireless. Gone are those days that your TV is going to be LED or LCD or nothing like that again. It's now smart TV or Android TV. With the help of 4G or 3G, you will still enjoy it, but you will not enjoy
You'll be
its
hearing
applications. You will not
loading,
and all that. So,
in fact, you might stay there for 5 minutes. You are still loading.
so if you are going to be enjoying all of this, then it is telling us that a 5G is a welcome idea in this country now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So far, how will you rate Nigeria in acceptability of 5G?
All right. I think so far, majorly, the idea is this. If you are looking at the major drivers of 5G, it's going to be from the front end and from that of the back end. From that of the back end, we are going to look at the provider itself, the network provider. So for the network providers to have 5G in Nigeria, they will need what we call a secured, scalable, cloud native technology.
That's becoming complicated.
Yeah, and
Can
what
you
we are,
break it down?
of course, yes. Okay. And what we are saying here is just that if you are talking about secured cloud technology, the question we are going to ask ourselves here is life even secured in this country we are today? Let alone saying that securing or providing a security for a cloud that will enhance 5G. So security is one of the major challenges. So, and with the level of insecurity we are having now, I would say that we are not prepared enough
For the 5G.
for the 5G. That's number one. Then number two is on the front end, which is on the user's end now. Now, we still have to go with the back end. For where we want to have a 5G, this wants to enhance a lot of ecosystem around us, smart TVs, robots, and all that. But with the help of this will happen swiftly and better in an environment where the data is cheap. I'm using the word cheap, where data is cheap and where Wi-Fi is accessible in our public places. So what's the essence of me having a 5G network that if I'm going out at the restaurant, I cannot have access to good Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. I cannot have access to free Wi-Fi on every public places that I go to, then I have to pay for the data everywhere I go to. And we all know that this will consume data, and the data is expensive here in Nigeria.
So invariably, you are saying that we are not ready.
That's just what I'm trying to say. But majorly, this is a very good one to enhance our economic development and our economic growth.
I'd like to ask you the health implications
of
the 5G.
All right. I think the only thing that 5G has come to do with our health today is to increase the health system. And not just to increase the health system, to increase the lifestyle as a whole. If you look at in an advanced country where we have more of our health now having associated with what's called technology and information and all of that, you see that it is enhancing the health. Now, the question is...
It won't cause cancer.
The question, that's exactly where I'm going to. The question is, they will ask you, what about the radiation? There is no technology that doesn't come with its own radiation. The remote TV you have in your house is having a radiation. If I'm pointing the TV to you, instead of pointing it to the TV, there is a radiation with it coming out from it.
I want to say, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. In fact, I wish you can come back because I personally have a lot of questions.
Thank you.
Because some of this network, they are overloading their system with too much subscribers. I'll still ask you that. Thank you for coming on the program.
It's a pleasure.
The Sunday Show on NTA Channel 10.